Money counter gon' count up 100. Cut the check and I cry like an onion. Only focus on women and money. Being broke made me sick to my stomach. All this
First things first, I just want to say we have reached over 100 subscribers. Snap it up for yourselves, man. Snap it up for yourselves. This wouldn't be possible without you. Yes, you watching this video. We have over 100 subscribers. I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful, very grateful. I've only been uploading on this channel for 4 months. Okay? 4 months, over 100 subscribers. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy to me. I know there's been people that blew up and all type of stuff, probably way quicker, way faster, things like that. But I think that's pretty crazy. That's pretty dope, man. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to keep bringing these bangers. I'm going to keep bringing these videos, these reactions, blah, 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 blah. As long as y'all keep showing y'all support like y'all have been doing. And these videos keep doing well. So as you can see by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be watching. Ooh, excuse me, I almost burped. Shout out to Danco for this video. Shout out to Daredevil Born Again Season 1. Let me know how y'all felt about the finale in the comment section below. Me personally, I don't want to say I was underwhelmed, but I felt like it could have been way more. It could have been way more. I feel like they nerfed him in the finale. Him getting shot the last episode kind of made it like you realize like, okay, it's not gonna be nothing crazy happening. Cause when him and Karen was talking and she was saying like, you can go try and fight Fisk right now. You will lose though. It was like, okay, yeah, nothing. The story was too great to tell in one season. It had to be 2 seasons, and I've already seen like set pictures. They're filming season 2 right now, so I already knew like season 2 was in the works. But dang, I feel like it could have been a little more. It could have been a little more. I love Frank. I love the Punisher though. He tough. Him and Matt's relationship, I really mess with. I messed with it since the original like show. Their chemistry, their back and forth is just so good. It's so good. So anytime they on screen together, it's peak. But I ain't gonna lie though. When Matt say he peeped their heartbeats, Karen's and Punisher's heartbeats in the apartment, Karen and Punisher, bro. I can't say I'm surprised, but at the same time, Karen and Punisher, bro. Matt loved Karen. He loved Karen. And the Punisher gonna do that. Karen gonna do that. That's crazy. But with that being said, who do y'all think can win, Daredevil or Batman? Off the rip, the way Batman fans glaze Bruce Wayne, I might just have to go Bruce Wayne. I know Daredevil do got the hands. He's a Murdoch. He's a boxer. He's him. But Batman gets glazed. He gets wanked off to extreme degrees. So we're gonna see. Danco, let's see what you say. Hopefully with good evidence. Let's get straight to it, y'all.
Batman versus Daredevil is an absolutely amazing fight. One of the best that Marvel and DC Comics has to offer. While it would be awesome to see, Batman is just way too over-prepared and more often than not would use his gadgets to take home the dub. So today, well, let's strip all that away. They're two masters.
Okay.
So just simply...
So off the rip, he said Batman wins. Just... Okay. Really? That easy? He made it seem real easy, though. He made it sound real casual, like, with Batman's gadgets and everything. He beats Daredevil easily. What y'all think?
So today, well, let's strip all that away. They're two masters.
Pure hands.
So just simply on physicality and skill, well, who's coming out on top? Could Daredevil beat Batman in terms of pure skill? Let's get into it. Bruce Wayne was the son of wealthy philanthropist Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne, and seemed destined for a life among the elite of the crime-ridden streets of Gotham City. That is, until his parents were shot dead in an alleyway while walking home. Forever scarred and changed by the loss, Bruce used his family's wealth to travel the world and acquire the skills, training, and technology he needed to begin his one-man war on the crime of Gotham City.
Okay.
He became Batman, a vigilante who crusades against the scum and filth of his home city's underworld. After becoming a founding member of the Justice League, Batman quickly became known as one of the most feared individuals in the DC universe, holding his own against superpowered criminals, monsters, and even gods, all in order to protect the innocent from those who would do them harm. And I want to give Batman his flowers here. The guy...
I want to bring up another. So he just said he's held his own against... Hold on. I don't want to put words in it.
From those who would do them harm. All in order to protect the innocent from those monsters and even gods.
Monsters and even gods, right? Alright, so riddle me this. Who wins? Batman or Wonder Woman? Who will win? Be for real. What is his contingency plan on Wonder Woman? Diana Themyscira. That's her name, right? What could Batman possibly do? She ain't got no kryptonite. Ain't no kryptonite stopping her. She is an Amazonian goddess. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. People put him like, oh, Batman beat Superman. What's he gonna do against Wonder Woman? That's all I'm gonna say.
All in order to protect the innocent from those who would do them harm.
Okay.
And I want to give Batman his flowers here. The guy has trained himself until he's reached peak human physical levels.
Okay.
Then basically shattered all records and became above peak human. He's strong enough to bench press over 1,000 pounds, rip through metal, or even knock around things that easily weigh multiple tons. And Bruce has no problem using all that strength of his punches or kicks. He's regularly knocking down walls or kicking through metal, regularly knocking out metahumans and sending people flying dozens of feet with just one strike.
Is he... You see, this peak human stuff is crazy. What peak human being is doing anything that he just said? This don't sound peak human. This sounds superhuman. This sounds like stuff Captain America would be doing. But people say, oh, Batman's just a regular human. He is, but these ain't regular human feats, gang.
Batman might not necessarily look it, and he is supposed to be just a normal human.
Right.
But you can kind of say that essentially, whatever Captain America can do, Batman can pull off something similar. Sure.
Why am I predicting the video?
Steve might be ultimately a bit stronger, but Bruce is well within that super soldier range of strength. Same with durability. Batman is incredibly durable, especially with his incredible armor. Now, out of his armor, Batman has taken some pretty nasty beatings, even an attack or two from Wonder Woman, so he's definitely tough. His Batsuit only adds on to that even more. He's regularly taken attacks from all sorts of opponents, some of whom are seriously strong. I'm talking your Venom-amped Banes, your Deathstrokes, even some much heavier hitters like Professor Zoom, Aquaman, or even Superman.
What do y'all call him? Do y'all call him Professor Zoom or the Reverse Flash? Which is his name? He's Eobard Thawne, but then he's also Professor Zoom, but then he's also the Reverse Flash? I grew up with the CW show, so I always knew him as the Reverse Flash. But then I started watching comic videos on him, and they call him Professor Zoom. I'm confused.
And those last two were either mind-controlled or just royally pissed off.
Jesus.
So they weren't necessarily holding back all that much. Batman's armor is also completely bulletproof. It's allowed him to survive some pretty massive explosions. Batman has even survived falling from the moon and crash landing down on the Earth. Bulletproof. It's allowed him to survive some pretty massive explosions. Batman has even survived falling from the moon and crash landing down on the Earth.
Am I hearing him correctly? Did he just say, is this comic what describing what he just said? Is this what just happened? He just crashed down Earth from the moon?
He's incredibly tough. And lastly, feel like I should mention speed. Batman is incredibly fast and agile, far superior to even Olympic level athletes.
Okay.
Like at this point, normal people simply move in slow motion to him. He can move so fast, he's just simply a blur, and Batman has routinely been able to dodge bullets and gunfire, even if it's automatic machine gun fire or bullets fired at literally point blank range. Batman can still dodge all of it. He might still call himself just a normal human, but I think it's pretty clear that he's moved a little bit past that by now. But Batman isn't just in peak physical condition. That's not the only thing he's got going for him.
He's
also arguably the world's best
OD.
fighter. And if you don't want to put him at the tippy top, well, you can count on one hand the people who are better than him. He's trained to perfection and become a master in every form of combat that there is. He can react and fight without even thinking, and is trained to be able to predict an opponent's move to the point where he knows his opponent's next move before even they do. He's an expert in every single fighting style known to man, a lot of other alien fighting styles too, and so he can quickly and effortlessly switch between fighting styles on the fly or to perfectly counter and take down an opponent. He's been able to regularly fight against some of the best martial artists in the world, like Lady Shiva, Bronze Tiger, Owlman, even Karate Kid. And you know what?
Karate Kid.
But he oftentimes wins these fights, like he's regularly been tested by the best assassins and martial artists in the world. Ra's al Ghul and Lady Shiva are constantly trying to test Batman with the best of the best, and they usually pick the most inopportune times, like when Batman is off his game or recovering from grievous injuries. But Batman still tends to come out on top every single time. There's a reason why he's known as the best of the best. He also comes equipped with pretty much every weapon and gadget you could possibly imagine, outside of guns and stuff, of course. He's got batarangs, his signature weapon, and he's probably one of the world's best shots when it comes to throwing them. He's got some pretty serious explosives, some of which can even stagger and knock back Kryptonians. He's got
normal human though. See, man, it gets to a point. It really gets to a point, y'all. Who's writing him? Who wrote this? He's supposed to be a regular person, peak level. Bro, there's no human ever. I ain't even paused because of that. I paused because he said he got explosives that can stun Kryptonians. Why do you have weapons that strong, Bruce? You live in Gotham City. Your villains go from like psychomaniacs like the Joker to the strongest is what, Bane? And Bane is not, I mean, it sounds like you as strong as Bane. Bruce, you sound like you should be Bane. You sound like you should be Bane. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Daredevil's good.
Weapons powerful enough to send out tens of thousands of volts, sonic grenades, even knockout gas or tranks that can put down superhumans. Not to mention, Batman is a literal super genius. He's a brilliant tactician, a master planner and strategist. He's routinely able to take down bigger or more powerful threats simply because he outthinks them. There's a reason why, even though he's still just a human, Batman is one of the most respected heroes and feared men on the planet. It's
Yeah,
because
I see.
he's the Batman.
The Batman.
Born in Hell's Kitchen in New York,
Oh,
Matt Murdock
that's
was
a tough
blinded
act
by
to follow, ain't
radioactive
it?
toxin while trying to save another man's life. But while he lost the sense of sight, all his other senses were heightened to a superhuman degree, giving him his signature radar sense. From there, Matt grew up and dedicated his life to protecting the innocent, becoming a lawyer by day and the famous street-level vigilante.
Does anybody else love this suit that he had in She-Hulk for a little bit? Am I the only one? I love this suit. I think this suit is like really fire. If I remember correctly, wasn't he getting his new suit from the dude that makes She-Hulk suit? If I remember correctly, correct me in the comment sections if I'm wrong. Like, was he wearing this just like as an in-between type of thing until he got his red suit? I don't know. But I actually really like this.
Daredevil.
I think
by
it's all
night.
right.
And Daredevil definitely is superhumanly strong. I mean, sure, he's still technically just a human, but right off the bat, Matt is regularly shattering metal, breaking it apart with his bare hands. This is light work for Matt Murdock.
Okay.
He's also regularly breaking apart bricks and concrete with his attacks, and he's really no stranger to just lifting heavy things either.
Like what?
Daredevil has been able to flip over a stretched limo with just brute strength. Or what about the time when he picked up a 400-pound barbell, started just swinging it around like a bow staff? That's seriously impressive.
But you said that Bruce can do, what was it, 1,000 pounds? Oh,
And I really think Daredevil's strength is best summarized with just the fact he's been able to beat down Kingpin. Kingpin is the same guy who's been able to overpower the likes of Spider-Man and Captain America. And Daredevil can beat him. Matt is stupid strong.
okay, but that's, pause there. The insinuation of that statement was insane. He could beat down Kingpin, who's beating down the likes of Spider-Man. Okay, buddy. Dan. Stop it. Nobody is going to agree that Spider-Man is weaker than Daredevil now. Nobody. Okay? I'm not. I'm not tolerating that in the slightest. Obviously, my boy is just holding back because he would take Kingpin's head off immediately. Okay? One thing I would love to see, what I would really love to see, man, is MCU Spider-Man, or just any Spider-Man. I don't even, bro, Sony, give Marvel the rights to Spider-Man. Please, for the love of God. For the love of everything holy and natural in this world. Just give them Spider-Man so we can have a Spider-Man in the MCU. Going against, teaming up with other heroes, like, properly in their shows, because just movies is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, bro. It gets to a point, guys. We need more Spider-Man. We need it.
He's also crazy tough. I mean, Daredevil is the son of battling Jack Murdock. He's known to take a punch since he was just a kid and get back up swinging. I mean, forget just taking beatings from regular criminals or some semi-powerful characters. Daredevil has straight up taken hits from the Hulk.
I've never seen this before. Okay, he grabs his hand. You could say oh, you can't, what? You say what you want to help Hulk, but all you do is try to hurt Hulk. So this is him grabbing his wrist. He threw him away. He didn't hit him.
Before.
He didn't hit him.
That's like the upper limits of his toughness right there.
Dodging.
He's regularly been able to survive explosions. It's of his toughness.
He smacked him right here. Jesus. He's not trying to Banner made the Hulk a monster, and the Hulk will find him even if it takes forever. Yeah, good luck, buddy. You are Banner, dummy.
Right there. He's regularly been able to survive explosions, being burned alive, being hit with serious bolts of electricity.
Wait, what? Electro versus Daredevil.
Being burned alive, being hit with serious bolt.
I fought Spider-Man to a standstill. You're hardly worth my time. That's about right. But yo, this fit is so tough. It's like an Iron Man suit. It's really like an Iron Man suit. Like a classic Iron Man. But it's so tough. I like this. I like the gold and red on him. It's hard.
It's electricity. And most of the time, Daredevil doesn't just take the attack and still remain standing, but he keeps on fighting, and oftentimes still wins the fight. The man is just insistent on never going down and never stopping. And while he is weak to sonic attacks and a powerful enough sound wave can knock him out, it's not an instant KO. In fact, oftentimes Daredevil has proven that he can fight through it and take out the bad guy, even if he's in extreme pain or if his radar sense is knocked out. But where Daredevil really thrives is with speed and agility. In fact, if it wasn't for Spider-Man, well, I would argue that Daredevil is the most agile character in Marvel. He's also one of the fastest street-level heroes, too. His agility is just absolutely off the charts.
Oh, yeah,
He's even had better reactions than Spider-Man and Captain America from time to time.
Hey, you move pretty good for a guy without Spidey speed. Been eating your Wheaties, huh? Okay. Hold on. So if it wasn't for Spider-Man, Daredevil would actually be the most agile person in Marvel? I've seen comments that was describing like he has perfect balance or something because of his I don't know, his hearing, his radar, whatever you want to call it. I really wish. See, that's another little gripe that I have with this Daredevil show, Born Again. They really did not lean into his acrobatics or anything that crazy. They kind of did. Like, they showed us him swinging every now and then. And obviously the fight scenes, he's a little flippy. But they don't ever really show, like, him doing... The She-Hulk, they got it right. In the She-Hulk, they got it right. They got him right. He was very acrobatic. He was very... The way his movement was, it was very animated. Like, I don't want to say animated, like fake. But it was... He seemed superhuman. You know what I mean?
And bullet dodging is just absolutely easy for him. He can dodge point-blank bullets. He does this regularly too. Just make it look easy. And he's not just able to dodge bullets after they've already been fired.
As a kid.
But the man is regularly deflecting bullets too. Just swatting them back with his baton. And he's done it so many times that you can kinda say he's the best at it. But here's the thing. Daredevil is also one of the best and most skilled fighters in Marvel too.
Okay.
Like, he's fought against some of the most skilled martial artists in Marvel. Bullseye, Elektra, Karnak, and he's beaten all of them. He's also regularly been tested by the Hand, other gangs of assassins. In fact, there's the infamous feat of Matt Murdock, not Daredevil, beating 100 armed Yakuza members, half of whom are hopped up on MGH and strong enough to punch through a human. Matt won that fight in 3 minutes. And I don't think anyone
I ain't even gonna say no,
is better at nerve strikes and pressure points than Daredevil. Matt is one of the few fighters who consistently uses nerve strikes in pretty much every fight, and some of them are seriously painful and dangerous. They're able to completely bypass durability and leave some pretty powerful and tough opponents just lying crippled on the floor. Then last but not least, well, Daredevil has his superhuman radar senses. And with that radar sense, well, Matt pretty much becomes dang near omniscient to a certain degree. He can sense everything going on around him. He can smell your blood pressure rising, hear the faintest heartbeat, and it actually allows him to sort of predict the future a bit. Because of his senses, Daredevil regularly is able to react to something before it actually happens, all because he can sense It was going to happen before it ever did. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now the way
I thought that
I
was
see
the
it in terms
breakdown.
of
I let you cook.
physicality, that they're dang near equals. But end of the day, Batman is stronger and tougher, and Daredevil is faster and more agile. Strength is probably the closest between the two of them, as you can reasonably see both of them pulling off the same feats. They've really spent the past few decades just one-upping each other in terms of strength. Bruce probably gets the nod though. Same with durability, Batman gets the nod. And it's all because of his armor. His armor is on a whole other
I was just
level
about to
than a
ask.
lot of other
Okay.
street level heroes.
Okay.
And it definitely gives Batman an edge. But then Daredevil is undeniably faster and more agile, in the same way that Nightwing is just undeniably faster and more agile than Batman. It's really not even a discussion. Matt is straight
Yeah,
up
he is. Yeah.
on
Nightwing
par with
is.
Spider-Man in terms of agility in Marvel. The only reason Pete is better is because he's literally superhuman. But Batman's
Yeah.
got no problem fighting characters that are faster and more agile than him. He's got a pretty amazing track record against people like Nightwing, Catwoman, Cassandra Cain, so on and so forth. And same for Daredevil. He's got no problem more than holding his own against people stronger and tougher than him, like Captain America, Winter Soldier, even having some pretty great fights with Spider-Man. So genuinely,
But is Spider-Man trying to win? Let's be real, guys. Spider-Man's just a better Daredevil. Like if you really think about it, he's just a better Daredevil. Daredevil's not beating him realistically. But is he trying to really beat Daredevil? Is he really trying to win? I don't know. I feel like he got to go into that a little bit more because you keep throwing my boy Peter in there. You ain't gonna be throwing my. You ain't gonna be. You ain't gonna be putting my boy down to pick up Daredevil, gang. Come on now.
this all comes down to skill, because outside of that, well, they're very evenly matched. And in terms of fighting skill, well, again, they're very evenly matched. But
They both know everything.
no doubt about it, Batman knows more fighting styles than Daredevil. Daredevil's mastered quite a few fighting styles, but Batman's mastered every single fighting style. Literally, all of them. And then traveled the galaxy and mastered alien fighting styles too.
How is that
So
possible?
you literally just can't compete with Batman when it comes to the number of styles that he knows and has mastered. This is a big benefit for Batman in the fight, as not only has he also mastered every fighting style that Matt knows, but he's also mastered the perfect counter to every fighting style that Matt can throw at him. And Bruce has no problem easily recognizing different fighting styles throughout the fights and countering them. So this will definitely be something that Batman does. But it's like Bruce Lee said, you don't need to fear the man who's thrown 1,000 different punches, but the man who's thrown the same punch 1,000 different times.
Mm-hmm.
And this
I've heard
really
that.
sums up Daredevil, because even if he doesn't know as many different fighting styles as Batman does, well, Daredevil's an absolute expert with the styles that he does know. Enough to have consistently fought on par with Iron Fist, Black Panther, Wolverine, and Captain America over the years. Problem is, you can genuinely say the same thing for Batman.
Yeah.
He's absolutely mastered the styles too. It quite literally is that he's just mastered more of them. And he's got just as impressive a list of fighters that he can go up against.
Yeah.
Like, just to name a few: Deathstroke, Ghostmaker, Lady Shiva or Ra's al Ghul, or even other members of the Bat family like Nightwing or Red Hood. Batman's fought and beat all of them before, beaten them pretty consistently. Genuinely the only area in terms of fighting skill where Daredevil probably actually does hold an edge over Batman is with nerve strikes and pressure points. Because while Batman is
I mean,
experienced with
Batman could
nerve
definitely do
strikes,
the same thing,
I don't
bro.
think anyone is better than Daredevil. Matt is one of the few fighters who consistently uses nerve strikes in pretty much every fight. Some of them are seriously painful and dangerous. They're able to
Kinda just make him
completely
a brawler.
bypass durability and leave some pretty powerful and tough opponents just lying crippled on the floor. But just because Daredevil uses nerve strikes more often, it also doesn't mean that Batman doesn't know a ton of nerve strikes too. In fact, according to Nightwing, well, Batman knows every single nerve strike and pressure point there is. He knows how to use them against enemies, and he knows how to reverse them too. Plus, with just how much control Batman has over his physical body, ranging to controlling his body temperature and blood flow, nerve strikes might just not have any true lasting effect on him. At least, not like they do on others. End of the day, Daredevil is an amazing fighter. One of Marvel's best. But there are a few that are undeniably better than him, like Shang-Chi and Iron Fist. Others, like Black Panther, Captain America, heck, even Wolverine, well, they're right up there with Daredevil, if not better than him too. Basically, Daredevil is top 10, maybe even top 5. But you'd be hard-pressed to put him as the number one best fighter in Marvel.
Really?
For Batman, in DC, the lowest you can drop him is 3rd. He can't be outside the top 3. Maybe you can say that Karate Kid or Richard Dragon are better than him, maybe, but that's about it. Batman truly is the cream of the crop. In my opinion, the only person in Marvel that's good enough to rival Batman in terms of pure skill is Shang-Chi. So maybe that's a video for next time. And that's not taking anything away from Daredevil. I love Matt, and he's one of the best street level fighters in Marvel. But it's more just Batman is that good. And yeah, Batman is coming out on top here. He wins.
I mean, my prediction did say Batman. I did say Batman. I'm not surprised. But Batman is he's very overpowered, guys. He's not just a regular human in the slightest. I kind of see why the Glazers glaze. I see it now. I see it. I understand it. I understand it now. And, but with that being said, y'all leave y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. That's going to do it for this video. Thank y'all for 100 subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all. Let's keep going. Giveaway at 500. Wave check at 1,000. Peace.